What if I told you, my friend, that the deepest secrets to igniting a woman's desire, especially as we both mature, have absolutely nothing to do with performance or intensity? Most men like you and me, often miss the subtle cues, the quiet invitations that speak volumes more than grand gestures ever could. There's something truly profound that no one ever explicitly told us, something that can transform intimacy from routine into an unforgettable connection. It's not about learning new tricks, but about reawakening instincts we already possess, with intention and care. What if rediscovering this depth is the key to a more fulfilling connection in your life right now? Sometimes, my friend, we get so caught up in what we think intimacy should be, that we completely overlook what it truly is for a woman, especially as we both get a little older. We often focus on intensity or performance, when in reality, it's the quiet, often overlooked details that speak volumes. Think about it. Something as seemingly simple as a kiss placed gently on her neck can be incredibly powerful. Studies actually show that 94% of women find kisses on the neck to be incredibly arousing, and it's not just a physical reaction, it's deeply emotional. The neck, the abdomen, the ears, these are intimate areas that, when touched with intention, awaken her trust, her excitement, and even her vulnerability. These subtle acts tell her that she is seen, she is desired, and she is worth slowing down for. Let's talk about something else that might surprise you. Many men are genuinely taken aback to discover that a significant number of women find sex during menstruation not only acceptable, but truly pleasurable. While some partners tend to shy away from intimacy during this time, many women experience heightened sensitivity and a deeper emotional openness. It's in these quiet moments, when there's no pressure for performance, just presence, that some of the most meaningful connections can unfold. But it requires a man who can look beyond old taboos and meet her where she is, with patience and confidence. This isn't just about the physical act, it's about honoring her body, her experience, and breaking free from outdated notions. Now, here's a truth that often gets misunderstood, and it's about how a woman reaches climax. It's a crucial piece of understanding for any man who truly wants to connect with his partner. Only about 15 to 18% of women are able to orgasm through vaginal penetration alone. Let that sink in for a moment. The vast majority, around 80%, require focused attention on the clitoris, a part of her anatomy that, sadly, is often overlooked, yet holds the absolute key to her pleasure. And nearly 40% of women also believe that their nipples deserve far more attention than they typically receive. These aren't just cold statistics, my friend. They are gentle, profound reminders that true intimacy is about learning, not assuming. It's about listening, not just leading. And it's about being fully present in each tender moment. Intimacy becomes truly unforgettable when it moves beyond routine and touches something deeper, something sensory, emotional, and almost spiritual. For many couples, especially those of us over 50, rediscovering this depth isn't about learning new tricks. It's about reawakening old instincts with intention and care. John, a 63-year-old father from Ohio, found himself in a similar situation. He felt a growing distance with his wife, Sarah, not because they didn't love each other, but because their intimacy had become, in his words, predictable and a bit distant. He'd always believed that good sex meant powerful penetration, but he was starting to realize something was missing for Sarah. He felt confused, even a little disheartened. He tried everything he thought he knew, but the connection wasn't deepening. Then, he stumbled upon the idea that true intimacy, especially as we age, is more about presence than performance. He learned about the importance of clitoral stimulation, something he'd previously thought was secondary. He started experimenting, not with pressure, but with curiosity and a desire to truly understand Sarah's body. The shift was almost immediate. Sarah began to respond in ways he hadn't seen in years. It wasn't about a new technique for John. It was about a renewed understanding and a genuine desire to put Sarah's pleasure at the center. One of the most powerful ways to deepen both physical and emotional connection, something John learned firsthand, is through sensory play. A simple blindfold, for instance, might seem like a playful novelty, but it does something extraordinary. It invites trust. When sight is removed, every touch, every whisper, every breath becomes amplified. She feels more, not just physically, but emotionally, because you are guiding her through a shared experience where your presence matters far more than any performance. It's about creating a space where she can truly let go. Even the way you prepare for intimacy can set the tone for a more meaningful connection. Sharing a warm bath or stepping into the shower together before bed, for example, not only relaxes the body but also increases blood flow to her most sensitive areas, particularly her breasts and nipples. The warmth of the water, coupled with your gentle touch, makes her feel nurtured and cherished, not just aroused. This kind of foreplay creates anticipation and builds a strong foundation of safety and desire. It's these moments of shared vulnerability and care that build profound connection. Consider using natural lubricants like coconut oil or even saliva, when done with care and respect, as they can dramatically enhance pleasure. The key, my friend, is in the delivery. Apply it gently, warming it between your fingers first, and use it as an integral part of the experience, rather than just a means to an end. It transforms a simple act into a tender moment of connection. Let's talk about positions, not just for physical sensation, but for deeper connection. Standing sex, often underestimated, can actually give you greater control and help delay climax, while also positioning the body in a way that enhances G-spot stimulation. On the other hand, the spooning position, gentle, close, and intimate, allows for deep emotional connection and quiet whispers in the dark. These techniques aren't just about sensation, they are about saying, without words, I'm here. I see you. I want all of you. There are moments in intimacy that truly linger long after the lights are out. These are the kinds of moments that live in the mind and body, like a memory you can feel. For many women, it's not just the act of sex that stays with them, but the way they were made to feel during it. The positions that become truly unforgettable are the ones where they felt completely seen, deeply connected, and thoroughly cherished. Face-to-face intercourse, especially when paired with attentive clitoral stimulation, is one of the most powerful ways to build both emotional and physical intimacy. There is something undeniably sacred about being that close, gazing into each other's eyes, matching breaths, exchanging not just touch but profound emotion. The clitoral focus ensures her pleasure remains at the center of the experience, while the eye contact creates a bridge between bodies and hearts. It's about truly seeing and being seen. Even doggy style, often misunderstood as merely physical, takes on a completely different meaning when you combine it with a vibrator that targets her clitoris. It transforms into an act of devotion, your hands guiding, supporting, and amplifying her pleasure. The position itself allows for deep penetration, but when you add that external stimulation, you create a dual experience that speaks to her body's full range of sensation. It's bold, it's intimate, and when done with care, it can be incredibly empowering for her. Then there's oral sex. This is a deeply personal and vulnerable act, and when it's done with presence and generosity, it becomes something truly special. When a man focuses entirely on her pleasure, without rushing, without needing anything in return, it creates more than just physical release, it builds trust. It tells her she is worth exploring, worth savoring, worth the time. These aren't just positions or acts, they are invitations. Invitations to be known, to be touched, and to be loved in ways that leave a lasting imprint on her soul. Understanding a woman's emotional and psychological cues is like learning a language without words, a language that speaks through tone, touch, and timing. Attraction in women is rarely loud or obvious. It reveals itself in the softness of her voice, the way her eyes linger on yours, or how her body naturally moves closer to yours without saying a thing. During intimacy, if she wraps her legs around you, it's not just about physical closeness. It's a deep emotional signal. It means she wants to hold you, pull you in, and stay connected. That gesture is far more than just desire. It's a declaration of trust, craving, and emotional intimacy all at once. After she reaches orgasm, A woman's body shifts into a state of heightened sensitivity. What once felt pleasurable may now feel overwhelming. Her clitoris, the epicenter of her pleasure, needs time to rest and recover. It could take 5 minutes, or it might take an hour. But what matters more than the time is how you respond in that moment. A man who is gentle, patient, and observant in these post-climax moments becomes someone she can truly let go with. These are the moments, my friend, that build a lasting sense of emotional safety. And let's not forget something seemingly small, yet immensely telling: kissing. A bad kisser, believe it or not, can ruin everything. Why? Because a kiss is often the very first clue to how a man will handle her body, her needs, and her heart. It's an early glimpse into his rhythm, his attentiveness, and his emotional intelligence. And that, my friend, is what she truly craves. Not just a man who looks strong, but one who is confident enough to be truly present, calm enough to genuinely listen, and wise enough to understand what her silences are saying. That's the kind of man who lingers in her memory long after the night has ended. Intimacy, at its core, should be a place of trust, exploration, and emotional safety, never danger or fear. Yet, too often, important boundaries are crossed, not out of malice, but out of simple misunderstanding. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, especially when so much of what we see in media glamorizes rough or dominant behaviors. But here's a truth that far too few men hear. Over 600 people in the United States are rushed to the emergency room each year due to strangulation-related incidents during sex. My friend, that's not passionate, it's reckless. Passion without clear communication is a recipe for harm. Every act, no matter how exciting it may seem, must be rooted in mutual consent and deep emotional awareness. Because when a woman feels unsafe, she doesn't just shut down physically, she disconnects emotionally. And when that happens, the profound connection you've worked so hard to build can unravel in a single moment. It's also crucial to understand something many women silently endure but rarely voice. Around 95% of women report that they dislike having their head or hair grabbed during oral sex. This isn't about being overly sensitive. It's about the feeling of being overpowered in a moment that should be completely about her pleasure. She wants to feel free to receive, not forced into it. What truly creates lasting attraction isn't aggressive dominance. It's strength paired with genuine care. It's desire matched with unwavering respect. And while fantasies about threesomes may seem exciting, introducing that dynamic into a romantic relationship is a risk many regret. Jealousy, insecurity, and significant emotional fallout can surface incredibly quickly, even when intentions are pure. If ever explored, these dynamics should be done outside of a committed partnership, with boundaries clearly and carefully agreed upon beforehand. At the heart of all of this is a simple yet profound truth. When a woman feels safe, truly safe, she opens fully. That safety, my friend, is your power. It's what makes you unforgettable. Let's address another common misconception. When it comes to female pleasure, many men still carry outdated beliefs, thinking that if a woman uses a vibrator, it must mean something is missing in the relationship. But that, my friend, couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, around 20% of women use sex toys regularly, not out of dissatisfaction with their partner, but out of self-awareness and independence. These tools aren't replacements for connection, they are enhancements of it. A woman who truly understands her body, who knows what brings her pleasure, is far more likely to share that knowledge with her partner, leading to more fulfilling intimacy for both of you. It's not about replacing a man, it's about a woman reclaiming the right to experience her own pleasure without guilt or restriction. The myth that vibrators create dependency is just that, a myth. In fact, regular use has been shown to boost libido, increase sensitivity, and help women achieve orgasm more consistently. Think of it not as competition, but as a guide. It teaches her what she likes and gives you, as her partner, invaluable insight into how to touch her in ways that truly matter. It's not about mechanics. It's about connection, learning, and mutual exploration. And let's not forget the incredible benefits of a woman's orgasm that extend far beyond mere pleasure. During climax, Her heart rate can soar to 180 beats per minute, releasing a powerful wave of endorphins that flood her body with natural pain relief and emotional release. Headaches, cramps, even daily stress can melt away in those moments. Her pleasure, my friend, is not just physical. It's a healing, empowering experience for her. And the man who supports and encourages that kind of release becomes not only her lover but her sanctuary. That's the profound role you can step into if you're open, if you're willing, and if you truly understand the deep beauty of her pleasure. Let me share another powerful truth. There's something undeniably attractive about a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to say it. Not with arrogance, and certainly not with entitlement, but with calm, grounded confidence. That's where the simple, yet incredibly powerful phrase, "I want," comes in. It's more than just words. It's a signal of clarity, direction, and emotional maturity, three qualities that women find incredibly magnetic, especially as they grow wiser in love. When a man says, "I want," with sincerity, he becomes a leader in the moment, offering presence rather than passivity. In a world where so many people hesitate, defer, or avoid stating their feelings directly, a man who speaks from his truth stands out in the most powerful way. It's not about controlling the outcome or demanding your way. It's about expressing your desires with clear intention. For example, saying, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday," carries a completely different energy than, "We could go out sometime if you want." The first is a clear invitation. The second is indecision. When you say, "I want to get to know you better," you're telling her that you see her, that you've chosen her, and that you're not afraid of your own vulnerability. That confidence, paired with emotional respect, creates a safe space where trust and intimacy can truly grow. Many men, perhaps including us at times, confuse passivity with politeness. But when you constantly say, "Whatever you want," or "I don't know," you unintentionally signal a lack of self-direction. Women don't need perfection, my friend. They need presence. And presence begins with owning your feelings and your voice. The phrase "I want" is not selfish, it's a gift. It tells her you're willing to show up fully, and in return, she'll lean in. Because confidence with kindness, that, my friend, is the most irresistible combination of all. True intimacy was never meant to be perfect. It's not measured by flawless technique, nor by how many times passion ignites in a week. It's something far more sacred, something that deepens with time, rather than disappearing. As we grow older, the world around us often sends us the wrong message. That desire is only for the young, that connection fades with wrinkles, that excitement belongs to another chapter. But the profound truth is, real intimacy begins when we finally let go of performance and lean fully into presence. It lives in quiet moments, in unspoken understanding, in the gentle touch that says, "I'm still here with you." Intimacy thrives on an awareness of yourself, your partner, and the beautiful space between you. It asks for patience, not pressure. It welcomes curiosity over assumption. It invites you to listen not just to words, but to her breath, to her energy, to a longing that doesn't always have a language. When two people can meet each other without masks, without shame, and without needing to prove anything, something truly beautiful unfolds. That's where true closeness lives. That's where passion becomes more than just physical. It becomes emotional, even spiritual. Desire doesn't vanish with age, my friend. It simply changes its rhythm. What once felt urgent now feels rich. What once was surface becomes layered and profound. And in that evolution lies a rare kind of fulfillment. There's a different kind of fire that comes with experience. Not a blaze that burns fast and fades, but an ember that glows deep and warm and lasts through the night. Intimacy after 50 is not a closing door, it's a powerful opening. An opening to love with more presence, to touch with more intention, and to finally understand that what we truly crave isn't perfection, but a connection that's real, honest, and lasting. So, my friend, what's the takeaway from all this? It's simple, yet profound. Don't chase perfection. Chase connection. True attraction isn't about grand gestures or flawless technique. It's about making her feel genuinely safe, truly seen, and deeply desired. It's about being present. Kiss her like you mean it. Hold her close. Listen with your full attention, not just to her words, but to her quiet cues. Honor her needs with care and respect. Self-care for her pleasure isn't shameful, it's empowering. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up with care and authenticity. It's never too late to learn to love more deeply, or to reignite that beautiful intimacy you both deserve. Age doesn't take desire away. It simply teaches you how to make it last, how to make it richer, and how to make it truly unforgettable. If this message resonated with you, if it sparked a flicker of recognition or hope, share it in the comments below. Let me know. I'm ready to embrace deeper connection. And if you want more honest truths like this, delivered with kindness and understanding, please subscribe to this channel. Note: disclaimer. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice. Always consult a licensed healthcare provider before making changes to your health, diet, medications, or lifestyle. This content does not diagnose, treat, or cure any condition. Results may vary.